This content is for kids.
It's not for kids.
Isn't that what I said?
No, it's not for kids. If you are 13 years or younger, this is not for you. Do I have to kill somebody in order to actually make that point across?
No, man, you don't have to kill
Wait
no
a
one.
second.
Oh, no.
When we return to our planet, the High Court may well sentence you to torture.
He likes movies, we like movies. Septum Sin versus the world. 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 I'd buy that for $1.
Greetings, this is Septum Sen vs. the World. I'm here to bring you a very fun and enjoyable stroll. This stroll is one that's slightly different than the previous strolls, as this one plays by different rules. I thought, why not do a video game stroll? I may do a music stroll one of these days, but I'm going to hold on that. Maybe after I'm done with the video game stroll, maybe I'll start doing a music stroll. But I do have quite a video game collection. I'm only going to cover hard copies because this is a physical media channel. Also, because I have less of those than I have other things, I'm going to do new that I haven't tried and used that I have tried, because if I just went for the ones that I've beaten, I'd probably wipe this out in like one go. So we're going to start with the Switch, as you might have seen in the thing. And we're just going to do it by system, because that's how I've got this alphabetized. I'm just going to take 10 items. So you'll get to see the Switch collection first, and then the next, and the next. As I get new items, if I've gone through the section that was involved in, I'll probably add that to my 10 items as the first column. Alright, so we're going to start off with The Binding of Isaac plus Afterbirth. This has The Binding of Isaac and its sequel. As you can see, I have not opened this yet. I just wanted it. I got it pretty cheap at GameStop. And I really did enjoy this. It's sort of an almost combination of Zelda and roguelike. As you go through these dungeons, Isaac is kind of a pathetic figure. He uses tears as weapons. His mother, who is a cultist, wanted to kill him, so he's in the basement of the house having to fight these critters, and then eventually, hopefully, managing to fight and beat his mother so that he can actually live. So, you're playing basically a fetus. It's simple, and I played some of it on the computer. It's actually quite fun. And I do want to try it again on the big screen with the Wii or on mobile. It's going to be kind of cool. Or Switch. So, the next one from Limited Run Games is Celeste. This took forever to get. I mean it. This is a very in-depth platformer. I really enjoyed this particular one. And it's got a nice shiny cover. I never did show it. I can't show it in here, but if I've opened it, I'll show you what they come with. And Limited Run Games does do some stuff. They actually put a manual in here, and you can see they also come with a card. And this is the card that it comes with. And you've got these here. Nice, beautiful manual. I love these manuals. I don't know about you, but when I was young, I used to love getting a game, and before I could even play it, I would sit down and I would just enjoy looking through the manual. Now, this was a game, this was like a big, prestigious game. You can see how small this is, but it also has art on it. I love that they have art on the little discs. And it's a platformer. It is a hard platformer. I played through a bit of it, and I'm working on it, little by little. The good thing is you can do that. It saves your progress very quickly, so each time you've got a section, really there are levels as you're progressing. A little level like this level, like that. And I've been working on. I'm in the hotel at this point, and I've been slowly doing it. I don't think I'm going to get all the strawberries or do any of the extra stuff because it's really hard, but I'm enjoying it. It is cool. The story is pretty cool. It's about this woman who's trying to face her fears, climb this mountain, and face herself at the end of the day. So, again, if you're good with platformers, definitely check it out. If you don't like super hard platforming games, it may not be for you. But it does have a wonderful soundtrack, and just in general, overall, great game. Another one I got not too long ago, because I really wanted this, was the collection of Mana. I love this collection. It has the three Mana games, three main Mana games that came out for Nintendo. Final Fantasy Adventure, Secret of Mana, and Trials of Mana, which was Seiko Densetsu 3, which was the third game, which I played it some on the emulator, but I have a hard time beating anything on emulator. I really want the original, and I may eventually have to go back and do this. I love Secret of Mana. The remake thing that they did a while back just doesn't suit me, and same thing with Final Fantasy Adventure. I need to play it and beat it. Never did do that on the Game Boy. I do want to get that and just take it and attack it. I want to play Secret of Mana again in the original art form, and definitely Trials of Mana before they come out with that remake this year. So let's talk about Dark Souls. I have not beaten this version, but I have played it. It's kind of fun to play it on the go. You play it almost at the original graphic level. There's something rolling around down here. Well, in any case. That is it's a spider. I don't care. Any case, this is, of course, they did a remaster and redid the graphics, did a whole bunch of quality of life changes. Not as many of those made it into this version, and it was delayed. I've played it to its completion on other versions, but it's kind of fun to take Dark Souls around with you. I like to grind, and Dark Souls is very grindy. Nice little diskette for that. And, it's just kind of cool to have Dark Souls to take around with you. I've actually beaten this game. I'm not considered a really expert at video gaming, but this I did play, I did beat. So, next up, spider, move. Okay, next up in this one I really love having on the go, which is Skyrim. I love Skyrim. I'm one of those people who does buy it on most platforms, and I just enjoy it. I like that you can go and get the Hyrule gear if you climb to the top of the mountain. I have yet to do it yet. I don't know why, but I love just digging in and playing Skyrim. It's just fun to do. It's fun to take it on the go. It is one of the better RPGs of all time. It's just well worth playing. I cannot recommend this enough. You gotta check it out. Alright, next up, Ghostbusters the video game. I picked this up not too long ago when they did the Christmas sale. They had it under 20, and I was like, yeah. I had this on the Wii. I didn't get to play it very long. I did like how you could use the motion controls, so I decided that this would be the version I would need to get when they re-released it so I can finally beat it. It's just fun. You feel like you're really a Ghostbuster. You're just like, you're attacking the ghosts. You're taking them out. And, Harold Ramis and Dan Aykroyd both said this would probably have been the third movie. They got the original voice cast back. Original cast back to do the voices. It's the closest thing to the third movie you could get up until recently. But even then, you don't have Harold Ramis, so what can you do? Alright, next up is Golf Story, another limited run game, but not as much limited. This one is actually a mainstream limited run. It's a golf RPG. That's all I know about it. A lot of people love it. I think a sequel is supposed to be on the way. I have never heard of a golf RPG before, so I am very interested in this. I want to play it. I like RPGs. Just not enough hours in the day. Now, they re-released this, and they did release the first one on this of the series on the Switch, but only in digital. I'm hoping Limited Run does do a release of the original, but I do have it on the in digital on the computer, and that's It'll Do 2. Now, It'll Do really does play like Zelda, but the differences are, one, you've got a female as the main protagonist, and then also you have these. But it's very puzzle focused, and I'm not sure. I mean, they're puzzles I have a hard time with, and I'm more. If you like Zelda and you like the puzzle aspect of Zelda, I think you'll like this. I need to finish playing the first one, then I'll probably get into this one. I'm really hoping, like I say, that Limited Runs will get It'll Do, or one of these places, one of these ones that does these unlimited, so I can get this on physical, so I can have it on physical for both. So another one that I really like, which is a remake or a redress of the original Katamari, which is Katamari Reroll. Katamari Damacy Reroll, which is a really fun game. There was talks of this one and another one being kind of made rare purposefully by GameStop, because it was a GameStop exclusive. And with GameStop getting ready to go out of business, I'd say probably in the next couple of years. See, I'm just taking this out of the little thing. It's good to have these because they won't be around very much and they won't be produced. So it's just kind of fun to have it. I love it. You roll up a bunch of things. It's really relaxing. The music is fun. It's just a relaxing game overall. So the next one is one that I think most people will want when they first start, which is Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Now I have this, and I have the download of the DLC. It's one of the first ones I got when I got a Switch, and then I never played it. I think I played like the first couple of minutes of it. I don't know what's wrong with me. I just need to get on it. I need to beat it. I just need to beat it. I need to play it. I need to do it. I have not beaten a mainline Zelda game since I think the GameCube one. Gosh, I can't think of the Wind Waker. I have not beaten a Zelda game since Wind Waker. I guess it's the last time I really had a lot of time with video games. Of course, right now I'm playing Death Stranding, so who knows how long that'll take me to get through. But that's been a stroll through video games. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you did, click the like, hit subscribe, and I hope we will see each other again for the next video game stroll. I hope you have a nice day. Goodbye.
Bye.